It's day 42 of the university occupation, and things are not looking good for Donald Scroffa, current CEO of Mortar Enterprises. What started as an argument over tuition fees has exploded into a controversial tale of three greedy corporations and one big bad protest.
Three companies, Dreyer and Reed, Twigonomics Incorporated, and Mortar Enterprises. They fund research laboratories and develop pharmaceuticals, thus making sure that cash goes nowhere else on campus. They use students as slave labor and tuition fees as capital. If the world was watching, Don Scroffa would resign. If the world was just...
Don Scroffa should commit ritual suicide!
We're now joining Chester Wolf, one of the encampment's most outspoken protesters and one of the occupation's principal organizers.
It's bullshit, man! The corporations are fucking up our education. They're fucking up our right to, learn shit.
We can bleep that, right? And how exactly does this movement intend to remedy the situation?
Solidarity. We will make the corporations pay with our solidarity.
Well, I think it's kind of stupid. Camping on the lawn is not a strike. It's definitely not a boycott. And unless economic pressure is applied, the fee hikes will just go through.
The fee hikes will not go through. This encampment will not be moved. We will fight against the destruction of public education until we...
This just in. Game-changing news about Don Scroffa. Leaked footage of a meeting between Scroffa, Twigonomics chairman Wilbur Webb, and Nathaniel Reed of Dreyer and Reed seems to indicate that Don Scroffa may have been a mere scapegoat.
Well, maybe we should just give the protesters what they want.
Don't be preposterous.
Then I guess that's our only option.
Then it's settled. Mortar Enterprises, which had almost nothing to do with the university, will take the fall and be dissolved.
You can't do this.
Really? Wow. Well, my opinion hasn't really changed. Somebody has to resign. If not Don Scroffa, then Webb and Reed should step down.
Scapegoating? That's kind of a dick move. And I'd definitely switch my medications out of spite for the other two companies. For the record, that would be an actual boycott.
Boycott Webb and Reed! Boycott Webb and Reed! They're the ones who should commit ritual suicide! Boycott Webb and Reed! Congratulations are in order. You're now the head of a triune empire.
You leaked the footage?
As per your instructions.
And the protesters?
Galvanized to order. The boycott will create a vacuum in the drug market for Mortar and our subsidiaries to fill. Any complaints from Webb and Reed will be dismissed as further scapegoating.
Well done, Wolf.
Do you think they'll be forced to resign?
Undoubtedly.
And what's to stop them from pooling what they've got left and coming after you?
Well, what's stopping them is the rest of those tapes. The parts I sincerely hope you didn't leak.
As it stands, the carcinogens are almost impossible to trace back to our product because it's meant to be taken with a cocktail of other pharmaceuticals.
But what of these protests, all this press, is drawing attention to the labs? And if those studies get out, our influence over the FDA won't matter.
What we need, gentlemen, is a scapegoat. A sacrifice to take all our blame and be burned at the altar.
Surely you don't mean one of us.
One of our companies, whichever one is least associated with the university labs.
That's you, Don.
Well, I suppose I'll buy back your stock in Mortar and let the company die. Naturally, I'll take a little flack, but a dignified resignation is nothing I can't bounce back from. The way I see it, it's the only way to kill this story and ensure that none of us goes to prison.
Maybe we should just give the protesters what they want.
Don't be preposterous.
Well, then I guess it's our only option.
Well, it's settled then. Mortar Enterprises, which had almost nothing to do with the university, will take the fall and be dissolved.
You can't do this half-assed.
So, when do I get my company car?
Here's the thing, Wolf. Aside from Webb, Reed, and myself, you're the only individual that knows our product's side effects, but you don't have the culpability to keep you dishonest.
What are you saying, Doc?
You can't half pull a trigger.